question is, when staring at your big goal and it seems like a massive elephant that you can't conquer, what will you do? Well, that's the question, and this podcast, Eat Your Elephant, is here to help you to find the answer that will keep you moving forward and making progress. Because you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. I'm your host, Nick Macy, and let's dive right in. Well, hello there. Glad you're here. Glad you're listening to this podcast and ready to take action towards your goals. And before we dive into today's episode, I just want to go ahead and remind you, you can always go to nickmacy.com. There you can find show notes for the podcast episodes, resources and tools, recommended books, a lot of books that have helped me out a lot. You can find those there. All right, so now that that's out of the way, today I'm talking about act like you want to achieve your goals. Have you ever noticed that sometimes it's easier to take action and be productive than other times? You know, I'm pretty sure we all have been there. You know, and sometimes we're just more motivated than other times. You know, that's life. Sometimes we feel like being a little lazy. Well, here I'm saying, don't let that feeling stop you from doing what you need to do in order to achieve your goals. So I say, act as if the situation was perfect. You know, act as if you were motivated. You know, because motivation is just a feeling. You know, use it when it's there. And, you know, it can be great. It can be very helpful. You know, it can help you to move forward and take that action when you need to. But when it's not there, don't let that stop you. So act as if you were motivated. You know, act as if you knew all the steps. You know, the path along the way to achieve your goals, you know, it may change. As you keep moving forward, the exact steps to get there might change. It might adjust. You might need to make some corrections. You know, but you only need to take one step at a time. In fact, you really can only take one step at a time most of the time. So take that next step. Act as if you knew all the steps, and if you have to change them later on, don't worry about it. And act as if you couldn't fail. See, sometimes people get scared of doing something because they might fail. Well, think about a little kid. You know, a little kid, you know, when they learn to walk, they fall. You know, a lot of times when we succeed in any big area, there are challenges, setbacks, and failures along the way. It's just about not giving up. So when you act like you can't fail, it's not saying that you're not going to have any challenges. It's just saying that I'm not going to allow any of those setbacks or challenges or obstacles stop me from moving forward. So act as if you couldn't fail. So those things were just act like you're motivated. Act like you feel like taking the action towards your goals. And then all of a sudden you will, because those actions are what's going to take you towards your goals. Act as if you knew all the steps, and act like you couldn't fail. I know that's kind of a tall order, so I'm not going to leave you just with that. Here are some steps, some things that might help you to act like things were perfect. One is to set deadlines for yourself. You set them and stick to them. Develop the habit of setting the deadlines and having a schedule, and that can help keep you moving forward, because when you think about what you feel like doing, a lot of times that's not being super productive and doing all the things you need to do. On the other hand, if you just look at the deadlines you have and look at your schedule, it's already laid out for you. So you don't have to really think about it. All you got to do is act, and that makes it a lot easier. In line with that is have a plan. Not only have those deadlines, but have a plan. Know your plan. Write your plan down, and then just follow it. You know, of course, you're going to adjust it when needed, but when you already have that plan, it makes getting into that habit of taking those actions a whole lot easier. Regarding kind of not feeling like they're taking the action, or maybe seeing more of the challenges and stuff like that, a great way to help with that is your self-talk. You know, some people use affirmations. Having my background in psychology, I tend to call it self-talk. You know, getting your mindset right. Because your mindset can be a huge benefit in helping yourself to take those actions. So make sure that it's helping you and not hindering you. And one easy way to that is telling yourself the things that you need to hear, the things that you need to believe in order to make those actions easier and faster. So one of the things that I like is I have more than enough energy to do what I need to do to achieve my goals. I don't always feel like I have the energy, but if I tell myself that I do, it makes it easier for me to take those actions. Another great thing can be remind yourself of the benefits. If you're working toward a big goal, there's going to be benefits that you're going to experience when you achieve those benefits, when you achieve that goal. So remind yourself of the benefits. A lot of the things that hold people back is we see the challenges in the moment of where we're at, and we forget the huge payoff that we're working toward. Well, don't let that happen to you. See those benefits as if they're already in your life. Remind yourself of them, make them real, and then know how powerful having those benefits is going to be. So when you do that, then all of a sudden the steps to get there, they're just not as big. They're not as big as the benefit, the payoff, the result that you're working toward. And be present. Be present now. Try to enjoy the moments of your life now while you work towards your goals. I know that can be a tall order sometimes, but the fact is that when you're present in the moment, it helps you to enjoy where you're at more rather than getting stuck in the past or the future. And I always just said, remind yourself of the benefits that you're working toward. Remind yourself of those. But that's not saying that now is terrible. Now is when you're making progress towards your goals. Now is when you're improving. Now is when you're developing these good habits to keep you moving forward, to have the life you want to have. Now is a valuable and wonderful time. So try to enjoy now. Give yourself credit for what you're doing now while you work towards your goals. All right. So act as if. Because what you do matters. Your actions count. They are what's going to take you toward your goals. They are what's going to help you to achieve the things you want to achieve and have the life that you want to have. It's what you do. Your situation may not be perfect. You may have challenges to overcome, and that's okay. You still can take action and you still can pursue your goals. So act as if things were how you needed them to be, to do what you need to do so that you can achieve your goals and have the life that you want and enjoy life. Well, thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review the podcast so that way other people can find it and take action towards your goals. Take care.